Atoms and radioactivity. In this video, we will learn about the atom and the types of radiations which are emitted out by unstable nuclei. Atom is the tiny particle of a matter. It consists of protons, neutrons, which reside in the nucleus of an atom, and electrons, which revolve around the nucleus. In this video, we will study about alpha, beta, and gamma radiations, which are emitted out by unstable nuclei, and it is a random process. In this video, we will learn that the representation of atom and how to represent the proton number, nucleon number, and what is an isotope. In the same way, we will study about the characteristics of alpha, beta, and gamma radiations, their penetration power, their ionizing capability, and we will balance some nuclear equations. Atomic structure. Atom consists of a small central nucleus composed of protons and neutrons surrounded by electrons. Here, the lithium atom is shown, which has 3 protons and 4 neutrons and 3 electrons. The atom will always have the same number of electrons and protons. If the atom is neutral, it has same number of protons and neutrons, protons and electrons, and neutrons can be either equal to the protons or maybe greater. What is atomic number? Atomic number or proton number of an atom is equal to the number of protons in its nucleus. This number of proton and electrons are equal, but electron number cannot be, we don't say that it is the atomic number because electrons can be removed by a simple method. By providing little energy, electrons can be removed. But removing proton is not an easy task. The protons can be removed only by unstable nuclei or by some nuclear reactions. Ordinary chemical reactions providing heat energy, light energy, etc. cannot emit protons or neutrons. Mass number or nucleon number, that is the sum of protons and neutrons. So in this, there are 3 protons. This is lithium atoms and 4 neutrons. So mass number is 7. Atomic number 3 because there are 3 protons. And mass number or nucleon number is 7. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. So proton, where it resides in the nucleus. What is relative mass of this proton? 1. And relative charge, positive. Neutrons, nucleus, they also reside in nucleus with proton, and they play some role in stability of the nucleus. And relative mass is also 1, and it has no charge. Electrons outside the nucleus, and their relative mass is 0.0005, and charge is minus. Nuclear notation. How do you represent a nucleus? Carbon 14, number of protons plus neutron, that is mass number or nucleon number. So how do we show it? Carbon, the symbol, and 6, that is the atomic number, and 14, the nucleon number. And this is C is the chemical symbol. Isotopes. These are the atoms of the same elements which have same proton number but different neutron number. Means nucleon number will differ, but atomic number will be the same. So there are 3 isotopes of hydrogen shown here. Hydrogen 1, it has 1 proton and 1 electron. Hydrogen 2, that is deuterium, and it has 1 proton, 1 neutron, and 1 electron in the orbit. Hydrogen 3, tritium, it has 2 neutrons, 1 proton, and 1 electron. The number after hydrogen is the mass number or nucleon number of the isotope. Like hydrogen 1 has only one mass number because there is no neutron. Hydrogen 2 has two nucleon number because 1 plus 1 proton and 1 neutron. And hydrogen 3 has two neutrons and 1 proton. Now there are some questions to solve. An isotope of uranium, chemical symbol U, consists of 92 protons and 143 neutrons. Give two different ways of notating this isotope. The mass number of uranium isotope, 92 plus 143. Neutron and protons are added up to give nucleon number or mass number, that is 235. Uranium 235. This is, and how do you write in terms of chemical symbol and atomic and nucleon number? This is the representation U 92 and 235. Determine the number of protons and neutrons in the isotopes notated below. So here nitrogen 13, it has 7 protons, and 13 minus 7 is 6. Cobalt, it has 27 proton, 60 minus 27, 33 neutron. In this, proton 79 and 197 minus 79 is 118. That is neutron number. Apart from the smallest atom, most nuclei have more neutrons than protons. Like in oxygen, number of proton neutrons are equal. Smaller nuclei they have, but in the larger nuclei, neutrons are greater and they need to be greater to provide stability. What is ionization? Ionization occurs when an atom loses or gains 1 electron or 2 electrons. So when it gains electron, it becomes negatively charged, and when it loses electron, it becomes positively charged or positive ion. Okay, so uncharged or neutral lithium atom, and below is positively charged. When an atom gains electrons, it becomes negative ion. Radioactivity and ionizing radiation. The nuclei of some isotopes are unstable, and when they decay, they give radiations of some types. The radiations are alpha, beta, and gamma, and they cause ionization. Ionization means they may cause removal of electrons from the atoms in the surrounding. The phenomena is called emission of radiation is known as radioactivity. Radiation produced is called ionizing. And radioactivity is a random process. We cannot predict which atom will decay when. And Henry Becquerel discovered radioactivity in 1896. Alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. Alpha consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. It is strongly ionizing. A beta particle is a high-speed electron. This is also emitted from the nucleus. It is not orbital electron. It is produced when neutron has decayed into an electron and proton. It means it comes out of nucleus. And its ionization power is less than the ionization power of alpha. Gamma rays are very high frequency electromagnetic waves. They don't have any charge or mass, and their ionizing capability is weaker than alpha and beta. And they are produced when unstable nucleus loses energy. And their ionization power is weak. Now, the penetration power of alpha, beta, and gamma radiations. Alpha, they can travel up to few centimeters in air, that is about 8 to 10 centimeters, and they are stopped by paper. They cannot pass through the paper. They are absorbed by the paper. And beta radiation, they can pass through the paper, and they travel several centimeters in air, 30 to 50 centimeters in air, they can easily travel. Alpha particles, 2 centimeter in air and several centimeter in air, beta particles can travel. Now, paper. Alpha you have already seen. Beta is also seen, but how do we stop beta? Beta is stopped by aluminum. And gamma can pass through paper and aluminum, but they are stopped by lead. And these beta particles can pass through paper but stopped by aluminum, and gamma radiations can pass through paper and aluminum and stopped by lead. The penetration power of alpha, beta, and gamma, there is a summary. Three particles are traveling. Paper, few centimeter, paper or few centimeter of air stops alpha particles. Beta particles are stopped by aluminum. And several centimeter of lead or 1 meter of concrete is needed to stop gamma radiations. Deflection by magnetic. Beta and alpha. Alpha are positively charged and they are deflected in magnetic field and electric field. Beta are negatively charged, alpha positively charged, deflect in magnetic field, deflect in electric field, and beta are deflected in both. But gamma are not deflected in any of the fields because it is uncharged. So alpha is deflecting upwards. The field is here into the paper. Field into the paper. So alpha are deflecting in upward direction and beta are deflecting in diagonal direction, and beta deflect more because they are lighter. Their inertia is less than the inertia of alpha. Alpha are heaviest amongst all radiations. Alpha, beta are deflected in opposite direction due to their opposite charges. Alpha positively charged, doubly ionized helium, we may call them, and beta have the same charge as that of an electron. So we can find out the deflection direction in which they will deflect by Fleming's left hand rule. First finger is showing the field into the paper or inward, and that is index finger. Second finger is showing the initial, the direction in which they are entering the field, and the thumb indicates the direction in which the alpha particle will be deflecting. So alpha particle is deflecting upwards and beta will be deflecting downwards due to its opposite charge. So alpha deflect less than beta. Gamma, they do not deflect because they are not charged particles. Now there's another view, that is the field is out of the paper or outward, and this is alpha particle entering. So in the previous one, the field was inward and alpha was deflecting in upward direction. Here field is outward, the direction of field is reversed. So the alpha particle will be deflecting in downward direction. Beta will be deflecting more and in the upward direction opposite to alpha. And gamma will not deflect in electric or magnetic field because they are uncharged. Deflection by electric field. Alpha, beta, and gamma. So when we apply electric field by means of two oppositely charged parallel plate, the field is upward, and that is from positive to negative, and alpha are deflecting in upward direction. That is in the same direction as that of the field direction. Field is upward, and beta are deflecting just like the negative charge or electron will be deflecting in the electric field, that is opposite to the field direction. Gamma will not deflect. And again, due to larger mass, alpha particles are reflected far less than beta. Gamma not deflected because they are uncharged. So here are some blanks to fill up. Atom consists of very small dash, what comes? Nucleus containing protons and neutrons surrounded by electrons. Atoms of the same element will always have the same number of protons, but different isotopes of same elements will have different number of neutrons. The atoms of some substances are unstable and radioactive. They may give off alpha or beta particles or gamma rays. Gamma rays are the most penetrating type of the radiations. Alpha is the least penetrating. We have just seen alpha can be stopped by paper, but to stop gamma, we have to use lead sheet or concrete. Here, alpha decay. What happens when alpha particle is emitted out of a nucleus? Very heavy nucleus, which has so many protons and neutrons, will undergo this alpha decay. Alpha decay means removal of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So this is a heavy element, okay, which contains too many protons and too many neutrons. Proton is represented by here rust color, and neutron is represented by gray color. So what happens when alpha particles is emitted out? It consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So this is an alpha particle which is emitted out by that heavy element. And alpha particles travel at a speed of 1/10 of the speed of light in air. Some examples of alpha decay. Here, uranium-238. It's an isotope of uranium. Earlier we studied about 235. Uranium-235 was an example. In one of the previous slides, 92 proton number is the same, but nucleon number is different because of different number of neutrons. So it undergoes alpha decay. What happens? The Z, that is atomic number, decreases by 2, and because alpha particles, the nucleon number of alpha particle is 4, means nucleon number will be decreased by 4. So this is 4. The equation should be balanced on both the sides. So 234 plus 4 is 238. 90 plus 2 is 90. Uranium-238 decays to thorium-234 plus an alpha particle. The mass and atomic number must balance on each side of the equation. We have just seen it. It is being balanced. An alpha particle can be written as this helium, because helium also contains 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So the nucleon number of helium is 4. So we may call it doubly ionized helium, that is without electrons. Neutral helium atom has 2 without electrons, sorry. So the neutral helium atom has 2 electrons, so it does not have 2 electrons, so it is alpha particle, and due to its positive charge, double positive charge, it ionizes the matter through which it travels, that is An. Another example, show the equation for plutonium-239 decaying by alpha emission to uranium, that is the atomic number of uranium is 92. So 239 represents nucleon, that is 239, and the atomic number is 94. So when it decays into alpha particle is emitted out of it, means the Z will decrease by 2. It becomes 92, and nucleon number will decrease by 4, that is 235. Beta decay. Beta decay is emitted by those nuclei which have too many neutrons. Okay, so they are high speed electrons, and when any nucleus which has too many neutrons, this will undergo beta decay. What happens? A neutron splits up into proton and electron. Electron cannot stay in the nucleus, neither it becomes orbital electron because it has high energy, so it goes out as beta particle. So nucleon, any neutron decays, it is unpredictable. We cannot tell which neutron will be decaying, but one neutron decays into proton. Here neutrons are represented by gray color, and the protons are represented by rust color. So here one neutron decays and the result is addition of one proton and electron, which is emitted out as beta particle. The proton will stay, it will remain in the nucleus. So there will be no effect on the nucleon. But addition of one proton now will cause atomic number to be decreased or to be increased by 1. Atomic number increases by 1. So one neutron changes into a proton and a beta particle is created and instead it is emitted out instantly. So this is beta decay. One proton is added up. So due to the addition of one proton, the atomic number of the element increases by 1 because atomic number is number of protons. So one proton is added up. Nucleon number remains the same because one neutron disappears, but one proton is added up. So total number of proton plus neutron remains the same. No effect on nucleon number. And beta particles travel at a speed of 7 upon 10th of speed of light in air, faster than alpha. Now examples of beta decay. Carbon-14 undergoes beta decay. It's an isotope of carbon and it has 6 proton and 14 nucleons. So it changes into nitrogen because one proton is added up. Why one proton is added up? Because one neutron decays into beta and proton. So this is a representation of beta. Beta has negative charge and almost no mass. So 7 minus 1, 6. The equation is balanced on both the sides. Both atomic and nucleon numbers are same on both the sides. Total is 14 and 14 plus 0 is 14 on the right and left hand side. And that is also the same. Total Z on both the equations are same. Beta particle being negatively charged has an effective atomic number of minus. And beta particles can also be notated as -1 e because they are electrons. Their charge and mass the same as that of electrons. So we may represent it by this symbol. E representing electron, -1 that's with the atomic number you may call it, and there is no nucleon. Show the equation of for sodium 25, atomic number 11, and decaying by visual beta emission into magnesium. So this is the equation. Sodium 25, proton number 11, and it decays into beta particle. It emits beta particle means the proton number increases by 1. It becomes 12. 12 minus 1, 11. So both the sides have same atomic number and both the sides have same nucleon number. Gamma decay. Gamma is the emission of electromagnetic radiation from an unstable nucleus. And it usually happens after alpha or beta emission. Example, cobalt-60. And there will be no effect because these are uncharged. They have no mass. So there will be no effect on proton number, atomic number, or nucleon number. Identity of atom does not change. But alpha and beta decay do cause change in the identity because both of them will result in the change in number of protons. That is, atomic number will change means the identity of that atom will change. So here cobalt-60 remains cobalt-60 and but with less energy. And some of the energy will be appearing in the form of the kinetic energy of this gamma. Gamma radiation will have energy, and so cobalt-60, which is produced after gamma decay, has less energy than the parent. This is daughter and this is parent. Cobalt-60 with less energy plus gamma. Gamma is also energy. Now, what happens when these decays occur? Decay type alpha, atomic number decreases by 2, mass number decreases by 4. And this happens to the daughter. The element which is obtained after alpha beta emission, we call it daughter, and the one which decays is parent. So atomic number down by 2 and mass number decreases by 4. Beta, atomic number is increased by 1 because one proton is added up due to emission of beta particle. That neutron becomes proton and it splits up into proton and beta. So there will be no change in the mass number because one neutron is decreased, but in one proton is added. So the total remains the same. Gamma, there will be no change in atomic number, no change in mass. Here are some equations are to be completed. So here the result is the parent is ferric or iron and the daughter is cobalt. What happens as a result of this beta decay? Since in beta decay there is no change in nucleon number, but cobalt will become this, it will have one more proton, that is atomic number is increased by 1. Okay, radium 88, and this is decreasing by 2, so it is alpha decay, and this will be, of course, 20. So this is 16. So this is isotope of nitrogen, which undergoes beta decay and becomes oxygen. So here we have some elements, their symbols, and there are some equations which will show alpha, beta, and gamma decay, but these are examples, and this may not happen in reality. Okay, so this is just to teach you about the equations which are formed due to alpha, beta, or gamma decay. That is decaying into mercury, and mercury is decaying into platinum, etc. Okay, so these are the equations. You should learn to balance the equation. You should learn to complete the equation when one part is missing. So there are some other correct solutions also. And we have some appropriate words to fill up in the blanks. When an unstable nucleus emits an alpha particle, its atomic number falls by 2 and its mass number by 4. Beta particles are emitted by nuclei with too many neutrons. In this case, the atomic number increases by 1 while the mass number remains unchanged. Gamma rays consists of dash radiations, electromagnetic radiations, which have no charge or mass, and they are emitted from the nucleus when it loses energy after undergoing alpha or beta.